8 p.m. tomorrow, Chelsea will be taking on the Los Angeles Angel FC, LAFC, if you call it in short. And this will be our first match for the Club World Cup. Obviously, as of when I'm recording, Inter Miami is playing currently. They just finished the first half. But yeah, this is our first match for the Club World Cup. And as expected, I'm expecting us to win. We have some familiar faces like Oliver Giroud, who was a club legend, won the Champions League for Chelsea. He was really, really on form that season. Scored some important goals for us up until the final, and then left the club after that season. Another familiar face actually, Igor Roris from former Spurs goalkeeper. He's currently at LAFC right now. And I have a player, maybe not a lot of you might know, but he was previously at Flamingo. He got Jesus. So when I looked up for them, these were like players that I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit familiar with. I know he got Jesus from Flamingo because there was a time I think I heard his name a lot. Can't forget, but there was a period like his name was spoke of or he was linked to one of the top clubs. I don't know how he ended up in LAFC. But apart from that, I think this is a team we should be beating. I don't really want to go. There's nothing much to talk about them. There's no previous head to head. I think this will be the first time the club is meeting. Both clubs are meeting. Chelsea playing against them. But obviously, if you haven't seen the video, I made a review for the Club World Cup. What I'm expecting, what I think we should do. Take a step back, you watch it. Now, this match, I think I'm not expecting us to go full strength against this type of team. You get me? I think this is a period or this is a match where Enzo Maresca could, experiment things. Like in this match, I want to see some of the players who hasn't got chances or like some of the players who are recently included or some new signing. I'd love to see Delap in this match. I'd love to see players like Mamadou Sarr. I'd love to see someone like Esugo. Maybe not them starting, but actually, being given a chance for us to see what they could do. A player I'm actually looking out. I am actually looking out to see someone like Andrey Santos. I think Andrey Santos deserves to start this game. I'm looking to see what he could offer us in this team. Obviously, we have heard what we have seen, not just heard, we have seen what he has done at Strasbourg for past a year and a half. You get me? And I would love to see what he's going to offer this team. In my opinion, I think he should be starting this match. I think we should go full strength and go not full strength. I think we should, go give, like I said, give some players chance, especially the ones that we are brought that we are newly introduced. I would love to see someone like I'm not sure Pendance is getting any opportunity, but I think that would be a very bold statement if I see Pendance start. You get me? At this point, this match is either we set tone. I think everything depends on what Enzo Maresca's lineup. Obviously, I'll still give you my lineup, but everything depends on Enzo Maresca's lineup. It depends on what he's trying to achieve. Is he trying to experiment? Give some players time. Like I said, players like Mamadou Sarr, players like Delap. You get me? Maybe try Nicholas Jackson at the left wing. These are all the things we'll be getting into when I give you my predicted 11 actually. But, or is he going to like get in and set the tone? Okay, yeah, we are here to win. So it depends on what the club is trying to do. If we lose this match, a lot of backlash. There will be a full meltdown from the fan base because given that how we have done the business we have conducted in the window that was meant for this competition, the business we conducted was nothing but abysmal. Get me? Obviously, by tomorrow, which is Monday, we will play. I think the transfer window will open by midnight today. The transfer window will open, and we just have to see what happens. The official transfer window will open, the general transfer window will open. So I'm expecting us to get some business done. I don't know, but I've seen this ownership, and honestly, I can't trust them. I can't. I don't trust them. I don't trust the ownership. I don't trust the board. I don't think they will do right by this team. I think they will still go ahead and pack some young players. But let's not get into transfer. Let's focus on the match. Now, like I said, for me, I would genuinely want us to win. But to an extent, I'm all about the performance. I want to see opportunities from most of these players that were included in this team. Josh Achampong, a very young player. Is he going to start? I really, really doubt. And given the way we ended the season, winning a trophy and finishing on a high, qualifying for Champions League, I'm expecting us to like integrate that form, you know, because the board said that they see it as a continuation of the 2024-2025 season, which I really, really disagree. I think that was just their briefing because how they failed woefully in the transfer market. But they say that they views it as a continuation of the 2024-2025 season. So I'm expecting us to pick up the same form. But at the same time, like I said, I hope we'll get some business done before the serious stage of this competition. I'm sure we are going to qualify. You get me? We will qualify, but I don't know what happens after that. Anything that happens after that, that's a plus. But I certainly know we are going to qualify. So that's like we still have opportunities to like but sign some players, improve ourselves, buy a winger, maybe get a left back. I don't know whether you can sign players and register them during the tournament. I don't know how that works, but we just have to see how that goes. Obviously, whether we sign, I don't think we can sign Gittins and he plays. Like I said, like there are reports like even if we get to sign him, he's already represented Dortmund in the Club World Cup, so there's no way he's starting for us. Down our side, you get me. So like I said, I want us to integrate the same form like we finished on the high ending of last season, we won a trophy. Do we have what it takes to win it? If I'm looking at our squad, no. But it's not really about the squad because, like I said, I've said this and I've said this again. The two Champions League we won, we were never the best based on squad. We didn't have the best squad. We are never the better team. We still have that we are Chelsea. You get me? Obviously, we are not favourite, but I see us going very, very far in this competition. So, like I said, the lineup I get from Enzo Maresca will determine what he's trying to depend. You tell me the vibe we are getting into that match. If we go full strength and I'm like, whoa, he's trying to make a statement. We are here to cause some havoc. Now, if he try to experiment like he normally does, I'm like, okay, okay, okay. Obviously, I don't know. There's no plans about the preseason apart from like we'll see. But the only update I've heard is about playing AC Milan on the 10th of August. You get me? So yeah. But for me not to waste much of your time, I'll get into the my predicted 11 and I'll give you reasons of why I picked anyone I picked. You get me? And I'll give you my scoreline prediction. You know how they normally do it. You get me? Now on the screen here, this is my starting 11, unpredicted 11 for the game. You get me? And I'll give you reasons why I picked everyone that I picked. On the goal, I think I'll start with Flip Jorgensen. I think he deserves an opportunity. In this earlier stage, if he doesn't get it now, I don't know where he's going to get it. I don't think Maresca trusts him enough to give him that ring, to hand him over the number one spot. If Petrovic was included in this in the squad, I'd have started him straight away. And obviously, everyone knows like my stand on Sanchez. I think he's a fraud, and he will do a lot to convince someone like me to like that he is capable of being the number one. But at the same time, like I said, I want opportunity to be given out, and at the same time, we don't have to like compromise. And that's why I went with the two centre back of Chaloba and Kowio, which are one of the strongest. Someone like Tosin could do a very good job, but Chaloba has been solid since returning on loan from Crystal Palace. He's been solid anytime he's been called upon. So that's why I went with Chaloba and Kowio. And Kowio ended the season on a high. You know, so I think, like I said, I'm expecting us to move the form that we ended the season with and bring it to this competition. That is what I'm expecting. So Kobe ended on a high. So I think you know I love a little bit of continuity. And if you look at the right back, we have a lot of options. We have someone like Achampong, we have someone like Malo Gusto, and that's why I'll start with James. You get me? If we have someone like Flip Jorgensen at the back line, we need our strongest defenders. And look at the left hand side, they have someone like Marco Burella, like bro, like who will you play there? But I would really be surprised if someone like Malo Gusto is given an opportunity. And speaking of Malo Gusto, we saw him during the Nation League with France, and he played in a position where he plays better, or in a position where his natural position. We saw how he performed. We saw him not inverting, just playing as a natural left back, bombing at that wing, going up and down. We saw what he could offer. I don't know whether Moresca is looking at it and like picking one or twos. Yeah, because he love his wing backs, or should I his full backs inverting. And that's something that Malo Gusto has really struggled with this season. You get me? So we just have to see whether he's going to try some experiments, you know, you get me? But I just have to like talk about Malo Gusto here. But let's get into my midfield. You get me? You look at that midfield. I didn't really go with the two normal suspects, which is given that someone like Caicedo deserves a rest because, bro, that brother has been playing pretty much every match for club and country. He's the only player in Chelsea to has played the full 38 matches this season. So that shows you, for me, I think he deserves an opportunity to rest. But at the same time, I think I would love him in that midfield. I would love to see him alongside Andrey Santos. So I pair him together with Andrey Santos. Like I said, Andrey Santos is a player I am genuinely looking forward to see. I'm genuinely looking forward to see Andre Santos play. So like Isugo, I think he deserves to get the chance. But I'm genuinely looking to see what Andre Santos could offer. I want to see him in, as you know, we have seen him play at Strasbourg. Um, I want to see what he could offer at Chelsea. You get me? Strasbourg and Chelsea, that's a different vibe. But like, I want to see what he offer at Chelsea. And if he's how good I'm expecting him to be, I think we won't have a lot of problem that we had in the midfield this season. You get me? I think Caicedo we have a lot of rest, given that we have Champions League football back. So someone like Caicedo will be rested more because a backup like Andre Santos or Isugo, those two players are there. And you have someone like Isugo, come in, learn off what Caicedo is doing, pick up, and don't have a lot of pressure on him, of starting. Obviously, we bought him cheaply, I think around 30 million euros. And we'll move to my front line. I have someone like Madueke on the right. He has been solid for me, in as much as I think he's a very frustrating player, but at the same time, I think he has been solid in, he's all right. He's not a world class winger. He's still young, still 23. He still has the chance to develop. I think in 2 3 years, if he keeps developing, I think he will be one of the best wingers in the Premier League. And you look at number 10 side, that's not even a conversation. I'll be really surprised if we see something different. You get me? So I'm starting Kopama there and Nicholas Jackson on the left. That's very funny because we have never seen him play on the left. Like I said, I want to see some experiment. I would love to see some changes. So I'm starting him on the left. Obviously, we have Neto, but I would love to see Nicholas Jackson on the left. I would love to see like what he could offer us. And you look at the number 9 position, we have the man, Leon Delap. You get me? Not my first choice of a striker. I think he's a very good striker. I saw him. I watched him when he played against Chelsea. I watched him when Ipswich played against Manchester United. Very solid striker, and that's why I'll be starting him. I would love to see what he could offer at Chelsea. We have seen what he offers at Ipswich, but that is Ipswich. This is Chelsea. I'd love to see what he offers at Chelsea. So here's my starting 11. Look at it. Tell me where you think you should make changes. Just give me your own starting 11 in the comment section. Now let's get to the scoreline prediction. Now, like I said, for us, this is like continuation of the conference league. In my opinion, this is like an extension. The group stage for me is an extension of the conference league. I think Flamingo is a very tough team, but apart from them, I don't really see anyone that's going to stress us in that group stage. But yeah, this is an extension for us. I think we are going to win solidly. I don't think LFC is going to cause us any harm. So I'm going with 3-0 win. Chelsea 3-0. Chelsea win. So give me your scoreline prediction in the comment section. That's all for now. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Good.